and this is Little Bear. Welcome to my fireside chat. Today, I will be reading some excerpts from the Urban Dictionary, circa 2005.
God damn it. Are you doing this, dude?
Yeah,
Is that
totally.
what I think it is?
Yeah, I'm reading the bits, the excerpts from these books.
We agreed we weren't going to do this bit. I thought we agreed. We had this meeting. We sat down and we said we're not opening the show with this.
You had this meeting. I was not present.
You were present. You were just drunk.
Oh, God damn it.
Which
That's
counts.
That's not fair, Max.
Okay, you signed a waiver that said that it counts. I specifically asked if it counts, and you said yes.
Can I read the excerpt, please?
How far are you into the bit?
Well, I'm almost done. You kind of interrupted me.
All right, I will cede this one time.
Okay. Today's word of the day.
Don't say it like it's going to be a regular thing.
This is gonna phone it in.
Oh. Okay.
To perform an act in a perfunctory, non-committal manner, as if it didn't matter. Quote.
Sound familiar?
Max phoned this episode of Dish Gods in today.
It does not say that.
It totally does.
Let me see it.
Nah, sorry, man. I lost my spot.
Okay, I have 2.5 questions.
Let's hear the half.
Why is your physical copy of the Urban Dictionary from 2005, over 10 years ago?
Because I found it at a thrift store.
Oh, you go thrift shopping?
All the time,
For
dude.
Urban Dictionaries?
Yeah, dude.
You just have a collection
Gold mines.
of classic Urban Dictionaries?
Yeah.
Right
Well,
on.
you gotta keep up on the times, right?
You're 10 years behind on the times. You're 12 years behind on the times at this point.
Some of the words still count.
Oh my God. Welcome to our show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max. I am joined, as always, with my host.
Little Bear.
This show is called Dish Gods. We are here to dish on everything and everything, which is what we are going to do here today. Yeah, I guess let's just get into it. You feeling good?
I'm feeling excellent.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good too. I kind of wanted to touch on a story you were kind of telling me earlier.
Yeah, this
You had some internet harassment.
this fucking lady. I'm just gonna make a long story real short
Yeah,
here.
let's get into your beef.
Pretty much, it all stemmed from a Facebook post, which, of course, I can see everyone rolling their eyes right now and, saying, of course, online. Like, why would you even read the comments or whatever? Shut up. I don't care. Anyway, I was reading the comments, and it got to this one lady who we will call Susan.
Very specific fake name.
She essentially said that anyone that has made fun of George W. Bush, Sarah Palin, or Donald Trump should be fined and then jailed for 5 years.
Jesus. Somebody's a tender Tina.
Right? So
Sensitive Sally over here.
everyone else had all these. They tried to come back and say, well, why are you saying this? You should learn something, whatever else. And I just wasn't feeling it that day. And the only thing that came to mind, which is the truth, by the way, I said, Susan, quote, you're a cunt.
Beautiful. Wait,
End quote.
is that... I think that's the first time we've ever said cunt on the show.
Wow. It is.
We should do something. We should celebrate this.
I feel like we should have like banners and confetti in here.
We did it.
Yay.
13 episodes.
A
Hey, I
big
think
banner that just says cunt.
let's celebrate the fact that we went 12 episodes without saying cunt. That's pretty good for us.
That's excellent.
We've got some potty
we
mouths.
swear like sailors.
Yeah, in our normal, well, not our normal lives, I guess. It's like, because my life outside of the podcast doesn't really count or matter.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's like in whatever vapid excuse for an existence I have outside of this, I say cunt like all the time. I wake up and I'm like, cunt. It's gonna be a cunty day,
Yep.
But yeah, I'm kind of amazed. We made it 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Without dropping a C-bomb. And I mean, I'm not counting DLC, of course, which, if you're not checking it out, you should.
Check it out.
We just put out a very good DLC about President Baby Hands. And
yep. Hashtag Baby Hands.
So, yeah, you guys should check out our DLC if you're not listening. But, yeah, cunt. That's our first cunt.
It is.
First cunt and first of many. So, anyway, continue with your story. You were calling this random woman online a cunt.
Yeah.
Who deserved it.
Well deserved,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so then she proceeds to message me. She sends me a private message.
Okay.
She doesn't reply to me in the comments.
Yeah.
As a normal person
She took
would.
it off of the streets into your private domicile.
Yeah. So I had to physically accept this request because it's like Facebook messaged me and it was like, hey, you have a pending message from Susan in North
cunt.
Bend.
Yeah.
And I was like,
specific.
okay, let's see what she has to say. So I read her message, and through her terrible spelling and grammar, I could decipher that she was trying to say that I have a small penis, even though she said I have small fingers.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the penis to her.
I guess
Everybody's
I don't
got
know
10,
what her
10 distinctly small penises.
Yeah. And then she goes on to say that I hate all women.
Mm-hmm. Which you do.
And
But for different reasons.
And I responded, I go, I don't hate all women. I just hate you. And she goes, of course someone like you would say that, yada, yada, yada. I was like, are you going to make any valid points here? Or, anything like that? And she just pretty much continues on to say how, I hate women whatever else.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, lady, if you don't have anything better to say than this or any other points, can you just move on with your life? And then she says something along the lines of where she goes, quote, I don't know what pond you drug yourself out of, but where I come from, cunt is considered a compliment.
I wonder where she's from on planet Earth where it is considered a compliment.
Right?
Because even in the UK where they say cunt all the time, it's not even considered a compliment. You could say it jokingly to your friends, but it's the same way as calling your friend a dick or an asshole in America, where it's like, you're being a fucking piece of shit. Fuck off. You say you're a cunt. And it's just like that. So this woman's a fucking liar.
Yeah. It's just a way of trying to make her feel better, make herself feel better.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can call him I'm rubber, you're glue. It's kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, look, lady, you got called out and you got called out. And, so pretty much she was like, yeah, I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, that's considered a compliment.
Yeah.
So basically I told her, I said, hey, I'm glad that we can finally agree on something.
That you are a cunt.
I'm glad that we can both agree that you agree that you're a cunt. And then she just never responded to anything I said. After that, I didn't write anything back. There was no need to.
Speaking of Facebook, there's something I saw kind of through our mutual friend network on the social medias. There's some march for science going on.
Oh yeah. They're planning that in Seattle.
Yeah, there's some kind of thing going on, and somebody had commented about they were just against it or whatever. I don't really care enough to remember it, but I remember there's one quote in specific that I want to bring up. Is that this is a march for science because people in Washington, probably the rest of America, but at least specifically in Washington, feel that science and the science community is being attacked under the new regime. I mean, presidential, the umbrella that we find ourselves under right now. They feel like the fact that the EPA and global warming and all these things are being denied rights and everything, they're worried that science is losing its power. So they're planning a march just to, raise awareness and advocate for it. And this, I don't know, they probably don't listen to the show, so fuck them. This pile of human excrement was so against this march. And the one quote I want to really highlight here, because you kind of got into it with him, is he says, I just don't like science. He said that. And I'm like, I almost at that point I threw the
He says
okay.
Science has not been kind historically to people who these marches are about and for. And if you'd like a list, I'd be more than happy to share how awful, quote, in the name of science has been to people.
Oh my God. He does say, I just don't like science though, right?
Yeah,
I didn't make that up.
Yes, he does. Someone goes on to say, I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend you. I will remove you from this post. And they go, I am not offended. I just don't like science. To each their own.
Yeah, like what the fuck does that mean? Like you don't like science, so you don't like the fucking reality of the fucking universe that we live in, dog? Like you can't just be like, oh, I don't like science because science is you. You're like, what part of science do you not like? Do you not like the part of science that has medical developments that allow you to be the seething pile of shit? Like, how about the fact that science caused evolution to make a pile of shit grow eyes and a mouth and 2 fucking ears and 2 appendages that have these grubby little fucking hands on them that allow you to live the fucking shitty existence that you fucking have, you piece of shit.
Right? And I told him...
Sorry, folks, I'm getting fired up.
It said... He went on basically to say how science is bad because, it's people are tampering with food, ignoring population health, and inserting poisons into large populations. For example, experimental drugs. 2 cruel things in the world are money and scientists. Money and scientists.
Money and scientists.
The 2 cruel things.
Yeah, forget rape, forget terrorism, forget genocide. If you're a fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson...
I'm not saying all science is bad. Thank God for solar panels.
Okay, so solar panels get a pass. That's it.
But
not GMOs, not the fact that in 10 years' time we could be growing enough crops, genetically modified crops, which are totally organic and totally healthy for you. We could be growing all these crops on Mars. Like, fuck that. But like, hey, dog, if you can like power your TV with the sun, you're good.
Yeah.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, you guys are criminals. You guys are demons in this guy's eyes. But hey, if you know how to fucking light a lamp.
So I told him, I was like, hey, you know what? Science only finds cures for disease, found safer methods for birth control, and, without science, brain surgery wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So I told him the next time he gets his shit kicked in, maybe he shouldn't go see a doctor.
Yeah, really. So, oh, God damn it. I'm just all fired up right now. Let's bring the energy down.
Douchebag, piece of shit.
Like SJW wannabe. He's not even being an SJW correctly. Being an SJW is the easiest thing you can do, and even he's fucking it up.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not messing it up for himself. He's messing it up for everyone else around. Yeah. He's giving them a bad name.
Absolutely, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, I really want to drop your name, but I'm not going to because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, we're professionals here, but let's bring the energy down.
Okay,
I got something I want to drop. A little bit. Smash Mouth.
Oh man, what about them now?
Dearly beloved Smash Mouth. We haven't really talked about them since the Smashcast. I
think they kind of got the message loud and clear.
I don't know. They're still pretty active. They recently tweeted something, which I just had to stop what I was doing and look at, which was a list of all 7 movies that have All-Star in them.
7? Whoa.
Among these are great classics like Disney's Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, that was a huge box office hit.
I believe, I'm not entirely sure. I should have it, but I'm not going to look it up. But one of that stood out to me, in classic movie, timeless, Digimon, the movie.
Oh, man.
Which was a dope fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, I loved playing that game, by the way. Even if you're not into
anime, Digimon was like, that movie was dope. Yeah, the games were all right. Which game are you talking about?
The one for PlayStation 2.
Is it the kind of like the RPG one?
Very RPG, kind of Final Fantasy style.
Man, dude, here's the crazy thing. I think I know the game we're talking about, and I rented that game from a Game Crazy. That's how long ago that was.
Right.
That Game Crazies were still around, and you could rent games. Yeah, that game was dope. I just never got far enough into it.
Oh, man, it was awesome.
Like, I kept trying to play it, and I feel like I just didn't get... I was never a big RPG guy. I had Final Fantasy... whatever the one is where you have the fucking ball game in the bubble. I think it's like 10 or something.
Yeah, that was like 10.
And then I got my hands on like a copy of like fucking Final Fantasy like 2, like the old 8-bit shit, and like that was fun. They were fun games, but like, you know, after a while you just start to lose interest, and you never want to.
It's one of those games where you really shouldn't sit down and try and play it all through. You know.
Well, I feel like you're either invested in the story or you're not.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know, but yeah, man, fucking those Digimon games. Digimon never got the handle on their video games, honestly. They kind of came close, but they never got it right like Pokemon did.
I just feel like Digimon never really got the respect that it deserved.
Absolutely.
You know, like in itself, Digimon was awesome.
Yeah.
Granted, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just a knockoff of Pokemon," but
I actually think Digimon came first.
They did. It's just unfortunate that they weren't released in the United States.
Yeah, because Pokemon came to the U.S. I think in '96.
Yeah.
So, and I think Digimon didn't come to the U.S. until like '99 or something like
right.
that. But yeah, Digimon is just way deeper than Pokemon ever really got. I mean, I don't know. I stopped watching the show when I turned like 6 or something. I don't really know. Like peak time. I played the games for most of my life, but I never really watched the show that much. I just couldn't stand their fucking Japanime voices. It just
Japanimation.
It's just like
Japanimation.
Have you seen an episode of Pokemon recently?
No, I haven't watched that show since I was about 8th grade.
Yeah, like when I was home for Christmas, my little sister still watches that show, and it was, you know, one of the episodes, and dude, it sounds like they're murdering children. Every single sound on that show made me want to fucking smash the television. It's just every single character's voice is just like 5 octaves higher than it needs to be. All of the Pokemon are like just screaming. Everybody's screaming at the top of their lungs, and it's just like, dude, can we just chill?
Do you think that gives a false impression to young viewers, like young American viewers, about how people in Japan actually speak?
I don't think so, because when I was younger, you know, and I was just kind of like mindlessly watching anime, not really being aware that it was anime. You know, I watched like Dragon Ball Z when I was young, still do. You know, much love to DBZ.
Oh, DBZ, yeah, man.
We got to talk about that sometime.
Definitely.
But
DLC.
Yeah, you know, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Digimon. I wasn't ever really cognizantly aware that it was like, this is from Japan. This is like a Japanese thing. It was just like, oh, this is just a show that has this art style. It wasn't until I was older that I was like, oh, that's anime. That's what it is. So personally, I don't think that it gave me like this impression that like all Japanese people act like this, because I don't view those characters as Japanese. Like Goku's not Japanese to me. Goku's white.
You really? You don't?
I don't view Goku as a Japanese person. Like his wife, Chi-Chi, she's Asian, no doubt.
Yeah, but they're from Japan. They live in like Tokyo. They live outside of Tokyo.
But like, I look at the character, like the way that Goku is drawn, or like even Vegeta, they don't look Japanese.
Well, Vegeta's different. I mean, if you want to get in, we're diving in. We're diving in.
I'm putting down the list, and we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z.
So, if you want to talk about like Vegeta and like the other characters,
yeah,
technically he's from outer space.
Technically, Goku is too.
Yeah, that's true.
They're both Saiyans.
But they were sons of
Goku is son of the Bardock, who was a low-class warrior but a brilliant scientist, and Vegeta was son of King Vegeta.
No, but I'm thinking of their
Saiyans.
Thank you, Saiyans. They are Saiyans.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
They're Saiyans.
But the thing is, Goku came to Earth when he was a baby,
a child.
A young child. He really had no recollection of,
well, because he hit his head,
his homeworld.
Yeah, he hit his head when he crash landed.
So as far as he's concerned, he is
a citizen of Earth.
Yeah,
he does say that. He says that when he fights Frieza.
Yeah, he's a citizen of Earth.
Yeah.
So to him, he claims heritage of Japan or wherever he's fighting.
I understand that,
whereas Vegeta he claims full Saiyan heritage.
Absolutely, because
you
he's
know,
the Prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah, dude.
But what
And
I'm saying is like Goku.
he's balling, dude.
Yeah, Goku physically, like do you remember that live action Dragon Ball Z movie they did? That horrible abortion.
Oh
of
man,
a
the one
film?
from like 2010.
Yeah, it had some guy in it, but
That was awful.
Giko.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was bad, but they had a white dude playing Goku, and I was like, it makes sense. Like they had Asian people for everybody else. They had somebody for Chi-Chi, somebody for Master Roshi, somebody for Bulma even was Japanese, and I never thought that Bulma looked Japanese. I mean, like, because the way that they draw these characters, they're all pale skinned and they've got like huge eyes and everything.
Well,
it looks very American.
For the majority of it, though, most Japanese people are pretty pale.
Well, yeah,
but
some of them have a tanner complexion.
Yeah,
closer
depending
to,
on
like,
what region of Japan they're from, though.
Yeah, but on a whole, I feel I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time looking at Japanese people, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Goku was never really. He just never felt Japanese to me, and I guess I just never really paid attention enough. I never was like watching the show or reading the comics and being like, oh, that's Goku, he's Japanese. It was always just like, that's Goku.
See, but
I feel like
I don't know.
This kind of brings me back to something we touched on before about, having people of color, acting in these movies, like how there's a Mexican guy in Rogue One. It's like, I don't think it's that big of a deal because he's just a character.
Well, the major difference though is this is an animated art form.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at all the characters in Dragon Ball Z, GT, it doesn't matter. I mean, it gets to the point where they literally have like demon creatures, like a guy that literally looks like a roided out Satan.
Yeah,
walking
Omega
around
Shenron with balls in his chest.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, "Oh, dude, that guy's totally normal. Don't even worry about him."
But no, okay.
They have
like,
another character that's like a walking, talking insect that fights Cell. I'm talking about Cell.
Cell. Yeah.
He's a walking, talking, transforming insect.
Well,
they have another character that
Android.
He starts out. He's just like this fat bubblegum blob.
Oh, Majin Buu.
And he ends up turning into like a young child.
Majin Buu's my shit,
yeah,
dog.
Dude, Majin Buu.
Best arc of Dragon Ball Z, though. What's the best arc? Or saga, I guess. Majin Buu was kind of weak for me. I love Super Buu.
I personally enjoyed the androids.
Android
17
saga?
and 18.
Just the Android saga, not the Cell saga?
Cell was okay.
I just didn't like Trunks.
You don't like Trunks?
I liked Future Trunks, like when in the Gohan dystopian timeline. I thought that was cool. I felt like when he came back in time, he was a bit of a prick. I don't know. Frieza Saga has a special place in my heart.
Oh, dude, always.
Frieza Saga is just dope. I mean,
that was the peak of Dragon Ball Z at the time.
Yeah, like Frieza Saga is dope. I feel like the androids, like the whole Android to like middle of the Cell saga until the Cell games actually started, kind of weak. It just kind of dragged. Like people make fun about Dragon Ball Z about like, oh man, it's just a bunch of people standing around screaming at each other. That's kind of what the Android through the Cell saga kind of felt like. Like that battle between Vegeta and Cell 17 absorbed was just kind of like, I mean, when Trunks stepped in, it was kind of dope. But I feel like there was cooler shit going on in even the Majin Buu saga.
Well, I feel to me the Android series was like it really
helped it mature.
Yeah, it helped the whole story like kind of come together, and it helped bring that cohesion between the Frieza series ended and now we're coming into here, but what happened in between, and then that also gives you a glimpse into the Majin. Now you're introducing you got Cell and Majin Buu coming in, and those people are what are behind it, and these guys like the Red Ribbon, Majin, they're the ones masterminding all of this.
Yeah, I feel man, I feel good. I think we've nerded out over.
Yeah, dude,
DBZ
I feel really good. But you know what? Really, this kind of brings me back to my childhood.
Yeah,
and you know what? I don't know if you were ever. I was never really a fan of watching it, but I was forced to watch it.
What?
Veggie Tales.
Oh,
You ever
shit,
watch
dude.
VeggieTales, dude?
I was forced to watch VeggieTales for a while.
Yeah, I had to go to
I think
Sunday school, and I was forced to watch that.
Oh no!
in Sunday
See,
school.
like my family had like the VHS tapes.
Oh no shit!
Like my grandma had it. I would have to watch it at her place a lot. I would have to watch it at my folks sometimes. I don't know. My folks went through religious phases, but yeah, I was subject to VeggieTales.
Yeah,
I was put into that.
What'd you think about it? Did you enjoy watching it at the time?
I think like I it's hard for me to remember the exact age I was introduced to it, but it was young enough that I initially could enjoy it. It must have been like 6 or 7, honestly. I think that was early enough that I wouldn't have been like, fuck God, Satan rules and shit. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. VeggieTales was all right. Larry Boy was my shit, though.
Larry Boy
with the fucking plungers. This is a very special episode for somebody. Yeah, no, VeggieTales was all right. I mean, they did okay. I don't feel like they were too preachy. I kind of got some respect for VeggieTales, actually.
Yeah?
I feel like they never.
Well, good
hammered
news
it
for
home.
you then.
Really? What's the good news? What's the good word?
I believe they released a new movie.
When?
Was it late 2015?
They're not still
2015 or 2016?
VeggieTales are still around?
VeggieTales are around, dude.
Okay.
And they revamped their whole thing, and they're coming back hard for the new generation of kids.
What is it? Is it like VeggieTales go to Coachella?
Yeah, it totally is, dude.
I think I would watch VeggieTales.
Larry Boy takes Molly. Larry Boy does this.
Takes
It's
Molly.
essentially like they're following the life of Larry Boy now.
Tom the Tomato has a one-night stand.
Yep.
And then it's like
Tom the Tomato gets herpes.
VeggieTales, and it's just like they go through the very serious issue of abortion.
Yeah.
Maybe like
in a lighthearted way.
The guys, the crew over at VeggieTales, who I assume is all of the original crew, the same like 20 years ago. It's still the exact same crew.
It has
They've grown. They've grown. They've changed. They've matured. Their minds are open. They're not as seriously religious now. VeggieTales is more of a commentary,
yeah,
on
social
society,
commentary,
if you will. So now they're using this platform instead of spreading the good word. They're just using this. It's kind of like It's Always Sunny. They're using it as a platform to talk about very serious issues such as abortion, when and where you should take Molly, how to handle Coachella. If they have a guide for Lollapalooza, that would be great because I just bought my tickets and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So VeggieTales, guide me, please. You're my only hope. So that's exciting. I'm glad that VeggieTales is still around. It's good because I feel now that my Larry Boy tattoo isn't as irrelevant as
it's coming back, dude. It's for full circle.
You know what? Okay,
full circle.
I think this is the moment that I like fell in love with VeggieTales forever. Like I'll always have a special place in my heart when I was like, oh, these guys are more than just some like religious fuckers trying to push their agenda on me. There was a Larry Boy thing, and it was one of the ones where like it wasn't CGI, it was like cartoon, like drawn.
Okay.
It was Larry Boy versus the Angry Eyebrows.
Angry Eyebrows.
And this dude, this like stalk of celery who had these major eyebrows, right? He unleashes a horde of angry eyebrows on the city, and the angry eyebrows like attack people, and they attach themselves to your face and just make you look super pissed. And I was like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but I fucking love it. When I was younger, and I'm mad that I lost it, but I actually had like a Larry Boy toy, and I had the Larry Boy mobile.
Did it have eyebrows to go with it?
No.
Did you draw eyebrows on the toy?
I did not.
You should have.
I should have. But I had the Larry Boy mobile with the plunger wheels. You could detach the plunger wheels and the wings would extend. I don't know if you remember that Larry Boy had the fucking wings.
I do.
Larry Boy was basically Batman.
I want to be Batman, yeah.
I think he was Batman done right.
He's like the Christian Batman.
Yeah, but like what's Batman always been missing besides
plungers?
Nipples? Plungers and vegetables. And
he has like the grappling hook. But I mean, what would be better than that would be sticking a plunger to a window.
Yeah.
And
He shoots a plunger
rappelling off a skyscraper using a plunger.
Absolutely. And then every time he's beating a criminal, he's just like spouting the word of God. He's like, Matthew 25:26. Like, that's the Batman. That's not the hero the city needs, but it's the one we all deserve. So let's contact DC and we will make it happen.
Okay.
Let's start our official run of Batman Christian Veggie Tale. Batman Larry Boy crossover.
Let's do it. I mean, Batman's been so many other things. Why not Christian?
Why not? Why not? That's a good superhero anyway. I would watch anybody do that. I would even watch Shazam.
Oh, dude.
Be a Christian superhero.
No, don't. No. Anyway, let's move on here.
Oh, you know what? I do have something I want to touch upon that I'm very excited about.
What does Max want to talk about today?
Star Wars.
Surprise.
We got a title.
Surprise.
We got a title, episode 8. I know we're a little late to the party, but these episodes come out a week after we get news, so fuck off. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi.
Shocking.
Coming December 15th.
Out of order. Yet again.
It's not out of order. It's in sequence if you just pay attention.
Oh, I pay attention. It's just the whole universe is out of order.
You just have to be along for the ride. All right. Just strap in, strap on, and
damn
get
it,
ready.
Max.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into it because we are running pretty late, but I'm excited. We'll touch upon this soon. But I guess we'll take our quick break right now and we'll be right back with more stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for sticking around.
He hit an unprecedented low at 10 days in his office.
Yeah, we're talking Trump. We're fucking
Baby
talking
hands.
Trump. Baby hands, Trump. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really want to talk about him too much on the show, but there's just too much going on.
There's too much. He's literally stolen the limelight that is the United States.
He's stolen the limelight from Star Wars. He fucking, we're spending more time talking about Donald fucking Baby Hands than we are Star Wars. And this is like our show. That's fucking crazy. That's how you know how serious this shit is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff going on. Let's just kind of talk about
There's
it.
just way too much.
Yeah. I guess the first thing I want to talk about is Uber.
Oh, yeah. The big Uber ban. Not ban.
Uber boycott.
Boycott. That's the word. Thank you.
Yeah, basically Uber, their CEO, is known to have some ties with Donald Trump. I think it was really merely just he supported him through his presidency and still does. And so people are en masse deleting the app Uber.
Yeah,
and
not calling on Uber drivers anymore.
And Lyft donated, I think it was $1 million?
$1 million
to the ACLU. In the biggest fuck you in like business history.
Yep.
Like Lyft was like, not only are we going to steal all your customers, we're going to get all of them because we're even going to be like, hey, you know what? Those guys are pieces of shit. So we're going to give $1 million to this organization. I mean, good on you, Lyft.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking the balls, man, that they were like, not only were they like, fuck Donald Trump and fuck Uber, but they were like, double fuck them. You know what? If you guys are going to come on, fucking come strong. Let's make that $1 million back, baby. Like, fucking good on you,
They made that
Lyft.
$1 million back in a night.
Yeah, honestly. So, I mean, good on them. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's one of those movements where it's kind of like, Uber will bounce back, but they might actually not. At first, I was seeing it all over like my Instagram with people posting the pictures of like, are you sure you want to delete the app? And it was like, all right, whatever. But I'm like, holy shit, Uber might not survive this.
Yeah, they're taking a pretty hard hit from this right now.
They might not make it through. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, that's kind of like the big thing now is like boycotting and not supporting companies that are affiliated with Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people are doing. And there's a lot of like ones that aren't big ones. Like, thankfully, it's not like, ooh, don't buy fucking Kellogg's or don't buy this kind of almond milk or don't shop at this gas station. It's just like companies that I, as like a normal average citizen of the world, would never really have anything to do with.
Right.
I mean, like one of them was like Sears, because Sears is known to hold like Trump products and stuff like that. So like, yeah, fuck Sears. I don't go in Sears anyway. I can't afford to shop there.
Afford to shop at Sears.
Goodwill, baby. thrift store.
Good point.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they one of the ones that I saw that I was like, I got to draw a line somewhere was Amazon.
Ooh.
I don't remember.
Wait, why are they boycotting Amazon?
I don't remember the exact thing. I think the CEO might have been like, "Hey, Donald Trump, keep it up." I think at one point. And they're like, "Fuck that." Like, we got to, and I'm like, "Guys, can we, like, I get it. Let's calm down, but like, I don't think that Trump has his hands in Amazon money. I don't think he's smart enough to get involved in something as dope as Amazon."
I don't think Amazon would allow him to get his baby grubby hands in their business.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the CEO may be dumb enough to publicly have said his
but he didn't donate any
praise
money. He
for
didn't
them?
donate money. He didn't. They're not taking a stance. I mean, the guy may have said some shit, but
So if anything, they should just be mad at the CEO himself.
Yeah,
I mean, Amazon, like, if you want to boycott a company like that, you got to remember you're not only boycotting the company, but you're boycotting the people
vendors
that work there, the
Yeah.
vendors that help them. So the very people that you want to help bring jobs to, you're taking
you
jobs
could say the
away
same thing
from.
about like Sears and all the other Trump companies. I mean, here's my thing about the Amazon thing. Amazon is so dope. Guys,
dude.
it's so dope. Are you on that Prime shit?
Of course.
Like, come on, dude. And the dash buttons and the
Yeah.
Fire Stick. Don't even get me started.
Dude,
I can't.
I need my Prime.
Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to go?
Optimus Prime.
How am I supposed to go? You know, if I order my shit online, I need it the next day. That's why I'm getting it online.
Yeah.
Because I need it. So it's like, I can't. Can we all agree as a population, like, let's just let Amazon slide. We can't. We've lost so much already. We can't afford to lose Amazon too.
There are just certain luxuries
that Amazon is what sets us apart from the primates.
I don't think it's not necessarily a luxury anymore. It's
a necessity.
Yeah, now it's kind of become ingrained into our society.
I'm not a savage. What, you want me to go to the fucking grocery store and buy my fucking shit? No, I've got a button that I press that orders toilet paper for me.
Speaking of boycotts here, let's keep that ball rolling. The other one I heard about, Starbucks.
Oh, dude,
Do you care to shed some light on that one?
Local coffee shop, Starbucks, at least local to us. I don't give a shit what all the rest of you folks have to say. Starbucks is local as fuck up here in the beautiful PNW. So Starbucks came out and they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hire refugees for the next 5 years. I think they said some bullshit number that doesn't actually mean anything. They're like, we're gonna hire 10,000 refugees or whatever. And now everybody's saying, boy, I don't know if it's everybody. I don't really know what side is saying this, because I was like, this seems kind of.
I would
stupid.
assume that the side you're talking about that's boycotting now is the right wing Republican side.
Honestly, I think that it might also be a little bit of the left.
Really?
It doesn't feel like a right wing thing. You know what I mean? It feels like some dumb bullshit that like the left, or like not like the smart left, but like the weird extremist kind of left that are like, oh shit, it backfired. Like, we want the refugees here, but those are our jobs. They're gonna take our jobs. You know what I mean? So I think it's like, it's just weird. And now people are like, oh, you're going to hire these refugees. You should be hiring American workers. And it's just like, dog, what? This is what I've been saying.
Can you make up your mind?
Can we take 5 years? Can we just shut everything down for 5 years so we can get our goddamn shit together? We are like, America is in, and okay, I'm probably stealing this joke because I think Jim Jeffries said this, but I don't, whatever. America's in its phase of like, we're backpacking through Europe, and we're out of money. We're trying to make our way back home, and it's just like, we're fucked up on Molly and X and some weird absinthe kind of shit, and we're just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm super fucked up. I'm scared. Mom, can you just send me like $500 so I can get a fucking camel to the airport so I can fly home and just crash on your couch? That's the state that America's in. And what we're refusing to do is swallow our pride and say, I need help.
Yep.
America is in such a fucking state of insanity right now. Not even like politically. It just is insane. It's just drugged out and fucked up.
Yeah.
And we just need to take a second and just get our bearings, get a cup of coffee, eat some eggs, and just be like, all right, where am I? Who are you? What country am I in? What's the language? What's the time? Is my cell phone? Let's get our cell phone charged. Let's get a fresh pair of socks going, and let's just center ourselves.
I mean, if you want to talk about insanity, just think of it this way: like, you can talk to someone that's like a crazy, like, right-wing bigot, right?
Yeah.
And they can be like, "Oh, well, fuck immigrants and whatever else, and like, fuck these people from this country." But then you're like, "Oh man, did you hear about, like, we're sending troops over here to help fight a civil war or something, And they're like, "Oh yeah, we should totally help them out."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "What? The fuck? you have, like, what? I don't get." "Oh, that's because they're coming over here on my land."
Yeah. They're taking my jobs. They're not paying taxes
so
because
now
they're illegal. They're terrorists. Yeah, let's get into
but
that.
When they're over there, they're friendly people.
Yeah,
you want to help
poor,
them.
they're
Poor victims. But when they come over here, all of a sudden
They're terrorists.
They're terrorists, and they're stealing your job and this and that.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, your moral vision is so fucking skewed. Like, just Jesus Christ, I can't even. I just can't with
it's insane.
any of these people, man.
And the fact, I don't know, it's just crazy. And the funny thing is, and I don't want to go around throwing stats and statistics, because every time you go anywhere on the internet, you get 47 different contradictory sources.
Yep.
But I trust my sources, so everybody can fucking suck it.
Suck it.
Basically, most of the major shootings, mass murderings, quote unquote terrorist attacks, however you want to define that have happened on American soil in the last like 10-ish years, have been done by American
citizens.
So it's just like, I don't know, and it's just it's abhorring and disgusting to me that Donald Trump was able to enact. He took this executive action, which we schoolhouse rocked this shit, so we could understand what executive actions are.
Explain like I am 5
Yeah.
in executive order.
Oh, me?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
we
because I still don't know it. I still don't
okay.
understand.
Oh, wow.
Explain it to me like I'm 3. But
Can do.
yeah, I mean, you seem like you were on it, but yeah, so it's disgusting and frightening to me. I mean, we've already talked about how Baby Hands is Hitler. Baby Hands has his little fucking mustache going on, but
Gross.
we've already talked about that. But like, this is some fucking stars on the Jew shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying to me, because this is some 1984 George Orwell shit meets Animal Farm. Like, I'm just not having it.
No, dude, it's terrifying. And
Yeah.
I remember telling people this in high school when I was young, reading these books, and it was always, these are not instruction manuals.
Yeah.
These books were written as warnings.
Yeah.
Like,
As terrible predictions of the future.
yeah, as look, if things continue the way that they are, we will end up here.
Yeah, and it's just funny to me, like, we were kind of talking about it earlier, how Donald Trump's approval rating has just dropped. Not even abysmally, doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah.
In
If there's
less than 10
something
days,
below rock bottom,
yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what does it take?
So let's just put it this way. For President George W. Bush,
The best.
for
how much do you miss that guy?
for his overall public approval rating to reach less than 41%,
Yeah.
took over 965 days. For President Barack Obama, for his overall approval rating to drop for the public eye, that took over 1,000 days. For President Baby Hands, his approval rating has plummeted to 33% in less than 10 days.
Unprecedented record.
Yeah. Well, I guess to baby hands, unprecedented and unprecedented are the same thing.
You know what I saw the other day that just was like, why I can't watch any more Trump baby hand shit. It's just too like, I saw clips of him talking to somebody. It was like his first official interview as president of the United States. He was walking this guy through some building. I think it was the White House. I watched it was like a minute and a half clip, and he was talking to this guy and showing him pictures of the inauguration. He's like, look how many people were in the inauguration. Tremendous. The most people that have been in at inauguration. They said they haven't seen a standing ovation like that since Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. And it's like, dog, what the fuck,
dude,
are you talking about?
It's not considered a standing ovation when when they all have to stand anyway.
And it's like, dog, you know that. Like, it's a fact. Not a lot of people went to his inauguration. It might have been the lowest attendance of an inauguration.
It actually was.
Maybe
yes,
in history.
It was one of the lowest attendances ever.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why do we have the most insecure man as our goddamn president? It's just, this is like the fucking world that we live in. I feel so... It's like I've elevated beyond the sense of like fear and irritation and ire, and I'm just swimming and drowning in the sense of like unknowingness. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, the future is so bleak.
I feel like everyone's kind of swimming in this pool right now of, we're all surrounded, like it feels like we're all drowning, but we're all going, what the fuck is going on? Like, why isn't does anyone else feel the same way? And the answer is yes. Everyone feels exactly like you.
Yeah. But the issue is, and we kind of touched upon this earlier with the science thing, there's just too much division going on. It's too much you and me, you know what I mean? And not enough
us versus them.
No, I think it needs to be us. I think it's a lot of you and me, as in like, you're a separate thing and I'm a separate, like,
no,
like
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
White
it needs
male
to be
and
us.
It needs to be us and them, and doesn't need to be you and me and fucking all lives matter and Black Lives Matter. This is the time that we need to shed all of this bullshit, and everybody needs to fucking, BuzzFeed needs to stop with the fucking race propaganda. MTV, we need to fucking drop all the white privilege shit. We need to just, that's not important right now.
Yeah, that is, I mean, it's important, yeah, if you want to...
It's a discussion.
Yeah, it's a discussion.
That can be had at a time when people...
At a more appropriate time.
Yeah, at a time...
Right now, we have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
And we have baby hands to cook up right now.
Yeah, I need a steaming plate of hot baby fucking hands, and nobody's bringing me oil.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly. We all got the fire stoked and hot and ready.
Yeah. But we just keep throwing bullshit in it. It's like, I can't believe...
We keep throwing wet grass on a hot fire, and now we just get a bunch of smoke coming out.
Yeah, I can't believe that, like, when people are literally having their way of life threatened, they're literally being threatened to be kicked out of a country because of their fucking religion or country of origin, that it's like, well, because you're a straight white man, you're privileged.
You don't get a say in any of that because you're white.
Yeah, it's just like, and I can't anymore. I think I'm gonna move to fucking Canada, dude. And
that's the other thing too. I feel like a lot of voters probably would have voted the other way had people like that not said things like that.
Yeah,
the whole, oh, you're a cis white male, and it's like that only fueled
snowflakes.
That only fueled the fire to people to be like, well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna vote like this just to spite you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, look how that turned out. I don't know. Damn, I hate to end the episode on such a weird note, but
no. Here's a good Trump Island in Washington, dude.
Yay,
Trump
yes,
Island.
I love this.
So
I'm happy. Yes.
Trump Island. It's not officially owned by Baby Hands
But it's called Trump Island.
because it was owned by his great grandfather, I believe.
Who was a what?
He
again?
was a immigrant.
A what?
He immigrated from Germany.
to
During
America.
To America. He came here for the Klondike
He was
Gold
a
Rush.
terrorist, right?
Yeah, totally.
He bombed people, right? Because as we all know, he immigrated from Germany, right?
Deutschland.
And as we all know, because Hitler murdered, all of those Jews, that all Germans are terrorists, right?
Yeah, totally.
So
I mean,
so we should have put a ban on all German immigration at the time, right?
yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to follow the leader of the free world's logic.
Trying to follow
here.
his logic.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay.
You're gonna be chasing your own tail, dude. Good luck with that.
So this whole Muslim ban thing, which I kind of try to read up on what he's trying to say, and he's basically saying like we're trying to prevent terrorist attacks from happening. I think Donald Trump just like watched Minority Report with Tom Cruise and was like, let's just do that. Like he was like, that seems like a good plan. He's like, why don't we just lock up all the criminals before they do the crimes? It'd be tremendous. And
Regardless of whether or not they actually committed a crime.
And his advisors were like, Mr. Baby Hands, it's not how it works. And he's like, first of all, don't call me that. My hands are tremendous. They're huge.
I have the biggest hands in the universe.
I have the best hands. They've held many things. They hold a lot of things. He said that, but then he was like, this is the future.
If we want to talk about immigrants, can we see his wife's papers?
Dude, you know that she's a mail order bride, right?
So
she was in a catalog. For sure. For sure.
But anyway,
I
dude,
mean, no hate against the first lady. She seems like a poor woman trapped in a poor situation.
Yeah, that's very true. I
mean, it sucks that that you're at a low point when you have to become a mail order bride, but that's what happened. She is not there of her own volition. Let's just say that.
But anyway, back to Trump Island here.
Yeah.
Trump Island, Washington State. It's located in Skagit County. It's it's in the Sound.
Yeah.
So
fairly close.
Anyway, it was owned
there.
by his great grandfather. Mm-hmm. Baby Hands never had any actual contact with this island. It was just in the family, so to speak. But it's for sale right now.
Summers there or anything?
No.
Yeah.
No.
But it's for sale.
It is for sale.
What's the asking price?
The asking price is $8.75 million.
Wow, pretty penny.
I don't think the seller is actually affiliated with the family. I think it's actually a third-party seller now.
But it's still got its roots in the family.
It does because it just has the name. It was named because his grandfather that bought the island named it after himself.
Yeah.
Trump Island. So it has the name.
Yeah,
but
it's got the ties to it, much like, if
what I would like to do,
everybody.
I'm going to set up a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter, whatever else, and I would like to raise funds to buy this island.
I'm with you. Let's do this. I'm gonna draw on an old bit from our huge well of comedy that we built over the last 13 episodes. A while back, we talked about moving all the old people to an island.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my plan. I want to see if we're on the same page. I'm going to see if I'm reading your mind here. First of all, we buy the island, right?
Okay.
Rename it to Dish Gods HQ, right? We'll set up our own little recording cabin there. We make it a haven for not only refugees and immigrants, but old people.
Okay.
So
limited old people, though, because I can only take so many of those.
But they'll be on the other side of the island.
Okay.
So we will find...
Can I build a wall to separate them from us?
I think that... But what if we give them all, like, really fucking dope rascals? So they're all zipping around.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And, like, they'll have solar charged batteries.
Hey, at least science got one thing right.
Right. So we'll build our little headquarters on the highest peak, maybe in a lighthouse or something. This sounds like a great life we're building for each other.
Dude.
Like, we could live out the rest of our days recording our podcast every single day from a lighthouse.
So we're going to be setting up a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And
just go to our Facebook page. We'll probably have some info there. let's raise $8.75 million. To buy
we want
this
to
island.
buy Trump Island. We will rename it, and we will turn it into a safe haven.
And you know
for
what?
all the immigrants and or refugees that Trump has been discriminating against.
And once their rights have been reestablished and they're allowed to roam freely in the American soil, the rest of the island will be open to all the geriatric people that plague our society.
Yeah.
But let's do this. Let's take a page out of the Smash Mouth book, as we are wont to do. The highest donator gets to have a say in the name.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So, like, you know, we could call
And they can sit in studio with us.
You know what? They can fucking live on the island with us as long as they're cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if you can cook.
Yeah, because I can't.
Actually,
I can. I'm really good at cooking.
So, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Did we ever set up that Kickstarter for the Smash Mouth cookbook?
No, we didn't.
Well, this seems more important anyway.
Yeah, this is way
Disregard the
more
Smash
important.
Mouth cookbook.
Yeah,
so,
Smash
and
Mouth
you know
can
what?
suck a dick.
If you don't want to donate to us, if you don't feel like we should buy the island, let's contact some fucking major players. Let's get Bill Gates on the horn.
Yeah,
let's get the guy
dude,
from Google.
Let's talk to Shia LaBeouf.
Dude, let's
he's
live on an
all about-
island. Let's live on an island in a lighthouse with Shia LaBeouf. How dope would that be? I will literally quit my job tomorrow if Shia LaBeouf is like, "Hey, do you want to live in a lighthouse with me?" Yes, please.
Yeah, I do.
Please tell me what it was like to ride on Optimus Prime's shoulders, Mr. Beef. Can you please inform me of how that marvel was?
It was fantastic. Do you want me to be Shia? Am I Shia right now?
Yeah, you kind of look like him. Can you
Yeah.
be Shia for me? Little role play.
I don't know how he sounds right now.
Little higher pitched.
We will not.
Little more. He will not divide us.
He will not divide us.
There you go. That's going to do it for us on our program. Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, you can reach all of our social medias at Dish Gods, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are and on YouTube, but that's where you're listening to it.
Yep.
We just put out our interview with Manuela Horn last week. You can find it on our YouTube channel if you have not heard it. She is a multi-talented, quadruple threat, Screen Actors Guild certified actress, been all over the globe. Very interesting, great interview.
Find her at manuelahorn.com.
Yeah. Please reach out. Tell her at Dish God Center. We actually went to a studio, went to Mountain House Productions, hit them up, tell them we sent you. Let's just spread the love and make it seem like we're a real, legitimate podcast operation.
And good people.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week to talk more Trump, to talk more nonsense, and spit our lovely voices in your ears. As always, I'm Max.
And I am Little Bear.
Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.